What we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about interpreting graphs and how to figure out what graphs mean. And here's an example. If you're given a graph like this and you're asked, well, how do I go ahead and figure out what's going on in this story? Make up a story based on that. What you do is you just look and try and figure it out. You got hours down here and miles over here. So maybe you had one person driving the car, and for an hour they drove the car, and they drove at a relatively steady rate on cruise control in their car, which keeps their speed automatic. Then they stopped for a while. They stopped for an hour to eat. Then maybe they realized here that, hey, we forgot something, so we need to go back home because these miles are your miles away from your original starting point. We forgot something, so they went back home, and they went back kind of slowly. Maybe there was traffic, and they had to go through rush hour. And then they realized partway through they hadn't forgotten it, and so they turned back around, and then they had to get somewhere quickly, so they went super fast. And so that would be a story of that particular thing. And really the important thing is to know you have to get down the axes correctly. So hours versus miles would show that this is part of the story. Now, over here, this one here is Kermit the Frog's heart rate. And if you look, there could be a story here, and it goes up, obviously, after a few seconds, and then plateaus, and then it goes back down. So what I would say is happening is, well, Kermit is just sitting around doing work or doing something very basic, maybe watching TV or something like that. Then, from across the room, he sees Miss Piggy, and his heart rate, he thinks that she's going to come in, and she looks like she's walking in. And then they talk for a moment, and he's all really excited and happy to talk to Miss Piggy, who is the love of his life, if you're not aware. And then she turns around and she walks away after a while. So that would be an actual way of telling that story. Now here, this one's a little bit harder. I need to go ahead and cut something out here, and then you'll see what I'm doing. And so I'm going to go to the next page, which is this. This here is the roller coaster that you guys are probably familiar with. It's Raging Bull, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to annotate over the desktop, which simply means I can draw over the desktop too, and paste this in. And we're going to try and figure out the speed that you're going over the amount of time that you're traveling. So it's not the height. The height would be easy. The speed over the time is a little bit harder. So let's give this a shot. So Raging Bull, start off having no speed. So there's no speed change right now. You're going relatively slowly. Still going about the same speed. Now remember, right at the top, it almost feels like you stop. So we're going to go ahead and go down a little bit. And then we're going to end up going way up here. And then we're still going this speed. We're starting to slow down a little bit. Not much, though. Then we speed up again as we go down there. Going up, so then we're going up again. And I think you get the idea. I'm going to stop doing that, and so you can just enjoy the rest of the ride. Here you'd slow down again. speed up a little bit, slow down. Speed up. And here you go, slow down quickly. And then you're back to going really slowly. And we're done. Well, I hope that was interesting. So that's basically what we're talking about in terms of actually doing this. I hope that that all made sense.